I'm about to interview the Prime Minister of Australia. So don't be wasting any of this film on me until I've actually got her with me and the Hague's chocolates. We're going to have a big weekend together. Yeah, the other Tim. Got you some lovely Hague's chocolates. Got some chocolates. Oh. Only the best.
But before we head to Phil Corey, our man in Canberra, Tim Ginever is our man on the street back here in Adelaide. Morning, Tim.
Good morning, JK and Keith. Now, you know I've been out on the streets and handing out at Hague's little Easter eggs to all the lovely people around and wishing them a happy Easter. Well, I've got this young lady with me at the moment. Good morning, Julia. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you.
Now, you're over for Easter. What are you going to get up to this weekend?
Well, I will be spending Easter here, back in Adelaide, back at home, seeing some family and spending some family time, but I've got some work to do before then.
Do you really? What do you do for a living?
I'm the Prime Minister.
I did say you had a party, and I thought, well, I might come over and join you. Yeah, that'd be lovely. But
Well, you would be very welcome. We're taking all new recruits.
oh, look at that. I might be in the big house soon. Now, I wanted to give you one of these lovely Hague's chocolates, but I thought I'll give you the whole bag.
Oh.
You happy with that? Yeah, give you the whole bag. There you go. Hand them out around. There's one there with a bit of sour cream. Better give that to our mate Kev. Leave that one there. She loves that joke. Yeah.
You're a shocker.
I am a
You're
shocker.
a shocker, but you've just given me some Hague's chocolates, I'm going to agree with you.
Oh, I love it. Now, what about this weekend? The Bulldogs are playing against Adelaide. You're going to sneak over and have a look?
Look, I won't be sneaking over because I do want to spend some time with family, and after last week, gee, it's a bit tough, isn't it?
It was a bit tough, wasn't it, on the boys? But they might bounce back.
They very well might bounce back, and you've always got to have hope for the rest of the season. I certainly do. Grieving a little bit from last week. The next match is the next match.
You're recovered now. If you do go, if you change your mind and, you know, Mum and Dad want to go as well, you could sit in the 5AA commentary box and make some special comments.
Well, I'll bear that in mind. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of footy commentary. That'd be pretty good fun, I reckon.
Prime Minister,
What are
good
you doing
morning.
this morning?
Hang on. Yeah, what are you doing this morning? Off you go, Tim.
No, you're right, mate. You fire away. She's ready and waiting for Keith.
Well, Prime Minister, good morning.
Good morning, and I should say what I'm doing this morning is I'm at a breakfast to launch the Red Shield appeal. So it's the time to think about those in our society who aren't doing as well as we are. Most of us are probably looking forward to Easter, going to spend it with family and friends. Many people will go away. People will talk about chocolate eggs and everything else we do at Easter. Many people will go to church and mark their religious ceremonies. But as we do all of that, there are people in our society doing it really tough, and it's the salvos who are there offering a helping hand. So put some money in the Red Shield appeal as well as buying your Easter eggs.
Will you make a visit to the Adelaide Oval or the precincts today?
I will be going to the Adelaide Oval today to once again be there talking about that great redevelopment.
Prime Minister, I don't know if you've caught up with this, but there's news this morning that a major sponsor of the Melbourne Football Club has got on Facebook and said a whole lot of pretty silly and nasty things, including things about you. Are you across that yet?
I do know about that, and look, I'm not worried about the statements about me, but I think your description of nasty of some of the commentary is right. I mean, some of it very, very nasty about great Indigenous players, some of it very nasty about women too. And it's such a pity to see these comments because you'd have to say the AFL has played a tremendous role in Australia for reconciliation, for promoting Indigenous players, for making sure we all understand as Australians how valuable our Indigenous Australians are. And so to see that kind of stuff is really disappointing.
There's another issue which goes to your old school, Mitcham Girls High. I'm not sure if you're aware of just a bad blue by some students who put up a video with explicit discussions about oral sex and so on. It raises the broader question, doesn't it, about the dangers of kids and the internet?
Well, I'm actually an Unley High School kid, so I was at Unley High School down the road.
You wouldn't do anything like that, Unley, would you? No.
Look, I am aware of this story. I mean, I went to school before anybody knew what the internet was, you know. If anybody had been wandering around talking about an internet, we would have thought it was something across a sporting field, I suspect. So it was a different age. I am aware of this story, and such a silly thing for these girls to do, but it does remind us all, the internet, the age we live in, is full of tremendous possibilities, and we live and work differently than we ever have before, but there are real dangers out there too, and we've got to remind kids particularly of those real dangers of getting on the internet. I mean, once something's up there, the reality is you can never take it back, and you don't know who is on the other end having a look and responding and sending you stuff as a result.
Prime Minister, best wishes, and we're not sure whether it's a great coup or a great problem to have finally met our own man on the street, Timmy Ginever.
I think problem, yes. Well done, Julia. All the best in there, and have a lovely time, and have a great Easter weekend.
Thank you very much, and I don't know why they call you a problem. That seems very unfair.
Yes, problem like Maria.
Terrific, thank you. Well done.
Well, I've just had me 5 minutes with Julia Gillard, the Prime Minister of Australia. Unbelievable. I didn't even know what she did for a living, but then she told me she runs a country. Fantastic stuff. She was a really good sport, and look, I just felt there that maybe she was flirting with me a little, and you can watch it back just to see if it's true. And I know she goes out with a Tim, but I might be the other Tim. Look what she gave me. The Honourable Julia Gillard meets Tim Ginever. Unbelievable. You know it makes sense, Julia.